Topic. False teachings about Phe-Be. False teachings about Phe-Be. Phe-Be in the Bible. Romans chapter 16, verse 1 and 2. False teachings about Phe-Be. Romans 16 verse 1 says, I command you, Phe-Be, our sister, which is a servant of the church which is in Cenchrea, that you receive her in the Lord as becoming saints, that ye may assist her in whatever business she has need of. For she has been a succorer of many and of myself also. Okay. You have false teachers who wants to put women up such a high pedestal and make these women out of what God did not call them to do. Okay, now, for years, many years, I have had this argument from time to time. I had this argument again on TikTok a couple of days ago. I want to call his brother name out, but I can't remember his name, and I thought I screenshot. You know, he must have blocked me because I can't find him back on there. And that's what they do, you know. The guy teaches pretty good, but he just don't have room in his heart for corrections. So I tried to correct him. He wanted to say, just like many other false teachers does over generations, want to say that Phe-Be was a deacon. Yeah, for many years, they want to say Phe-Be was a deacon. The Bible does not describe her as a deacon. Okay. Let me put my bookmark right here. Let me go to 1 Timothy. So if she's a deacon, 1 Timothy chapter 3. Verses 11 and 12. Let me back up to verse 8. Likewise, must the deacons be grave, not double-tongued, not given to much wine, not greedy of filthy lucre, holding the mystery of the faith in a pure conscience. And let these also be first proved. Then let them use the office of a deacon, being found blameless. Okay? So even their wives. Now wait a minute. Even their wives? Women don't have wives. Women don't have wives. I understand. I get, you know, this wicked, corrupt world is marrying two women. I understand that. But that is not of God. And it's going to be a judgment on that. Okay? Even their wives must be grave, not slanderous, sober, faithful in all things. Now here is the key. And this is what I was trying to get him to understand. A deacon, let the deacons be the husband of one wife, ruling their children and their own houses well. Right there. Now, she was not a deacon, and the Bible does not say. It is only one mention that I know of all the Bible, of Phe-Be, and that is Romans chapter 16, verses 1 and 2. And it describes her. Now, this is the description of her. I'm gonna read Romans 16 one more time. Verse 1. I command you, Phe-Be, our sister, which is a servant. Okay? A servant. People want to say, well, a deacon is a servant. Yes, a deacon is a servant. Yeah, I mean, we're not just... So just because the Bible describe her as a servant, the Bible describing her as a deacon? No. I might well burn my Bible because it just said that the deacon is a husband of one wife. And a servant is one who provides voluntary assistance to those who need. That's what a servant is. A servant is one who provides voluntary assistance to those who need. The Bible also says that she was a female. Look here. I command you, Phe-Be, our sister, female, which is the servant of the church at Synchria, that you receive her, female, in the Lord as becoming saints, that ye assist her in whatsoever business that she has need of. For she has been a succorer of many and of myself. So the Bible describes her as a servant and a female. And the Bible also describes her as a saint. As a saint. Look at verse 2. That you receive her in the Lord as becoming saints. What is a saint? A saint is also a deacon, but that ain't all what a saint says. Okay? In Romans chapter 1 verse 7, the Bible's definition is the beloved of God. Let's go to Romans chapter 1. Go to Romans chapter 1. Romans chapter 1 verse 7. Romans chapter 1 verse 7. This is the definition of a saint. To all that be in Rome, here it is, beloved of God, called to be saints. A saint is someone that's beloved by God and is called by God to be a saint. No one else can call us to be saints but God himself. So, the Bible describes her as a servant, a female, a saint, and a succorer. A succorer. Look at verse 2 again. That you receive her in the Lord as becoming saints, that ye assist her in whatsoever business she has need of. For she hath been a succorer of many and of myself also. Now this is Paul saying that. She have came to assist Paul, and like Paul says, many of the apostles, many she was a good servant in the church at Synchria. Am I pronouncing it right? Synchria. Synchria. Okay? So it does not say that she was a deacon. You know, so we got to break this down. We have to teach. I mean, whenever they get into those arguments to put women in head of leadership, this is one of the ones that, one of the arguments to try to put a woman as head of leadership. And it doesn't even say is that any of these qualifications as head of leadership. Not even as a servant. Although servants are heads of leadership in some areas, like a pastor is a leader and he serves. Kings. No, Jesus came to serve. He's the King of Kings. He came to serve. So the Bible describes her as a servant, a saint, a female, a succorer. It doesn't say that she was a deacon. You know, and when people don't want to be corrected, and what I did, I just tried to break it down to them, man. A deacon is the husband of one wife. So that was my topic, and I just wanted to bring that to many attention, that a servant is not necessarily a deacon. A servant is a deacon, but a servant serves in many, many, many areas of life.